Hello, hello. This is Shar Zealand. Welcome to this presentation of the 4 proven marketing systems every health and wellness business must optimize to maximize revenue growth. I am going to be your host. Again, my name is Charlene Zealand, and I'll just take a moment to introduce myself. But first, before we get started, you're going to get a lot of information out of this, and I highly recommend you get cozy, get yourself something to drink, have a notepad and a pen, and take notes, because this is valuable information that's really going to help you change your business. All right, whoops. Here we go. So I just want to start with a little bit about myself and my company. Again, Charlene Zealand. I am the founder and CEO of Char Marie Coaching, and I also have created the Nurse to Entrepreneurs program. And more importantly, and what we're here for today, is I've come up with the Simply Scale system, which is a system that uses the 4 marketing systems we're about to talk about today to help you transform your business. We are really dedicated to transforming the way that healthcare businesses approach their growth. Our promise is to provide a seamless integration of technology and marketing, and we want to enable you to scale your operations effortlessly. We're committed to elevating your business with a strategic marketing solution that it's not only effective but affordable, and we want to ensure that you can remain focused on providing great care and continue to innovate in the health and wellness industry. I want you to be focused on the business of doing your business and not having to work on all the other things that have to run the business. So you are in good hands. We've worked with many companies, and here's just a few that love working with us. And just to toot our own horn, here's a little gracious testimonial from Ricky talking about her experience with working with us. We worked with Ricky to help her start and get her business going. And I'm very proud about particularly where she suggests that the technological support stands out and was super beneficial. We find that many healthcare businesses and new entrepreneurs, they really struggle with that technology side of things. And again, they know they're very good at healthcare, providing healthcare and delivering products and services. But when it comes to the business of running a business, there is a steep learning curve. So we're here to help take that overwhelm away. All right, let's get right down to it. What does it take to grow your business? Well, we're going to talk about the R4 framework today. So what is the R4 framework? It is the 4 marketing systems that are going to optimize your business's growth. This is not necessarily unique to healthcare. Every business needs these things. But what I've done is really try to create a system it dials into the needs of the healthcare business owner. But again, all businesses need these 4 areas. At the base, and the most important thing is to establish a strong foundation in every business. We're going to talk about your reputation. It's so important that you're going to protect and enhance this reputation. Next, we want to resell. This is all about having your current clients and driving repeat business from those existing clients. Next is reach, and this is where we're going to reach out and fill your pipeline with your target audience and new prospective clients. And then finally at the top is retargeting, and this is really about staying in front of those prospective clients or future clients, and we want to drive them to take an action. So we want them to convert. We're going to give you a few statistics throughout this. 95% of small businesses are not optimizing at least 2 of these 4 systems. That is a huge problem, because what that's going to do, it's going to either have no or slow and have unpredictable revenue growth. So we're going to talk a lot about systems in this presentation, and you're probably wondering, why do we want to focus on systems? If you haven't read this book, it's called The E-Myth, and it's by Michael Gerber. Great book for entrepreneurs. But really what comes out of it, it's the focus that people can come and go, but the systems are what remain constant. You want to build those systems within each business function, and then you let the systems run your business, and then you have your people run those systems. So let's talk a little bit about what are the benefits of marketing systems for your business. First and foremost, we want to minimize the amount of marketing knowledge that you need to have to grow. As entrepreneurs, you go into business ownership because you want to deliver a service or product, and you're usually already somewhat of a master or an expert in that area. So we'll use an example of health coaches. You already have maybe been in healthcare for many decades or years, and you're interested in taking that experience and knowledge and expertise and turning it into a service to provide to other people. Now, that's great, but the problem is that building a business and business acumen is a completely different skill set. Additionally, learning modern day marketing techniques is also quite a chore. There's so much out there nowadays and to learn that our goal is really to teach you how to implement systems that will help you reduce the stress of learning all those latest and greatest marketing techniques. So next, systems are going to minimize the amount of time that you have to invest in your marketing. It could be a full-time job marketing your business. Again, what we want to do is implement simple systems that are going to help automate and provide consistent marketing, targeting the proper or your best audience, your ideal client avatar, as we like to call it. You also want to minimize the expense of the talent that you have to hire, because quite frankly, I'm sure many of you have already invested in maybe agencies or social media gurus or web developers, and there's a cost to all these things. But what we want to provide is a system that's going to help reduce that expense, automate your systems, integrate all the various systems that are necessary to run your business, because there's a lot of them out there. And that way you can limit and run it by yourself, or maybe have an employee run it for you and not have to invest the thousands of dollars that these companies charge for that. So systems maximize the marketing result. You want to ensure that your marketing activities actually happen and that they're consistent. Again, consistency is everything. In today's day and age, you got to continuously be out in front of your market. And that takes just time and consistency and showing up. All right. So let's talk more about your reputation. Again, this is the foundation of all businesses in the marketing world. I like this quote by Warren Buffett. It takes 20 years to build a reputation and 5 minutes to ruin it. Think about that and you'll do things differently. No truer words. You can think about it takes just so long to year over year build up that business and people get to know, like, and trust you. And then one bad review, one disgruntled customer can take that all away from you. So we really want to work on what we call reputation management. And this is a process of proactively using tools, processes, and systems to be aware of and influence the perception of your business in the marketplace. That's a mouthful. But again, I want to focus on the proactivity of this. So why does that matter? Reviews are now at the center of everyone's searches. Like, we, as human beings, we put a lot of trust in this. We look at reviews and they absolutely drive our buying behavior. This is a good little example of someone looking up some chicken wings. And so they're looking up in their area. These two have come up. And those ratings are going to highly influence the decision someone makes to go eat at one of those establishments. 91% of consumers choose to do business based on online feedback. Going back to that a little bit, think about Amazon reviews. We all shop on Amazon. I am fully going to tell you, I definitely buy based on reviews. And I will even spend more money on a higher priced product because it gets better reviews. So that's how powerful reviews are. So it's important to know, though, that your reviews are a lagging indicator. And so what drives those reviews that you get? The answer to that is the customer experience. But it's not just their experience during working with you. It's their experience of you before and after that purchase as well. Again, we talk about before, during, and after. You are responsible for the during. So once someone has decided to work with you, you control everything about the present. But marketing is what's going to drive the experience before and after that purchase. So when we talk about influencing the before, we're going to talk about your website, maybe social media presence. These are ways that you can get in front of customers before they've even purchased from you. And a lot of people will tell you that you don't need a website. And I am calling that out as absolutely not true. A professional website is so important to a business to drive credibility, trust, show people that you are a real business. I will tell you, when I go look for a business and they don't have a website, my first thought is this a scam? And nowadays, with so much mistrust and because there are so many scams online, it's so important for you to show and give some proof to people that you are who you say you are, and you can do that through your website. So not only is the design important, but also the speed and ease of using your site are major factors on how people will judge you. So 75% of consumers admit that they make judgments on a company's credibility based on their website's design. If you have a crappy website, people will click right off of it. It majorly influences. We have high expectations as consumers nowadays, and we have lots of choices. So you need to keep those people on your webpage. So 50% of internet users say they won't recommend a business with a poorly designed website on mobile. Mobile is, everyone's got that phone in their pocket. So most people are doing a lot of interactions on their phones. Often website designers will design your website on a desktop, and so the desktop view is beautiful, but if they don't optimize it for mobile interactions, that's where maybe you'll pull up a website on your phone and the text is all wonky and the buttons don't line up. That's what mobile optimization means. And so that is very important in today's day and age, where everybody has that little phone computer in their pocket, and they're doing a lot of their business on that. And then finally, 88% of consumers are going to be less likely to return to a site after a bad experience. And we're not talking about a bad customer experience working with you. We're talking about an experience on the actual website itself. Like if it loaded slow, if it was just didn't provide the information they were seeking. Nothing like going to a website and you're looking for some information about, well, what do you do? I went to one yesterday, great example. Had no idea what the hell they did. I literally had to spend several minutes really digging to fully understand what it was that this website did. Now, for most consumers, they're going to click right off and go find someone else. I was more interested in understanding like why this website was designed the way it is. And so there are ways to what we call wireframing your website to maximize people, capture their interest, show them what you do, and then take them through a journey of how you're going to help them. So the other way we show up in our reputations is a social media presence. And as we all know that I hesitate, or I don't hesitate to say this, I think everybody needs a social presence. And it doesn't mean you need to be on every single channel, but you got to have a presence somewhere because people expect that nowadays. 81% of consumers do research companies through social channels before making a purchase. That's high, 81%. So how do we build and protect that reputation? We're just going to go through some best practices here that you can use to implement right away to help build and protect that reputation. Again, we're going to go back to that well-designed, fast, mobilized website. If your website lacks these things, I highly recommend that you or if you need help with that, having someone help optimize that for you. Next is easy to reach, and they need to get relevant information on your site, and also the major search engines and directories. So that includes like Googling your business or other directories where you might be found in healthcare. Obviously, there's many healthcare directories out there. You want to be able to be found easily and then be able to access that website easily. You do want to make sure that you respond quickly and consistently to questions and requests. That is key. Nowadays, people are very impatient. So the need to be able to know when someone is reaching out for you and to respond quickly is so important. I'll give you a real good example. Just a couple weeks ago, my septic system decided to back up. And of course, it's like midnight and we are freaking out. We're like, what is going on? And so we're calling people at midnight. Well, this is to us an emergency. And so we called several companies and they didn't have a 24-hour, helpline. But the company that did, they gave us immediate actions to take. And they came out immediately the next day. That quick response is what got us to buy their product, buy their services. So that quick response, knowing when people are looking to get answers from you. So also the next thing is about collecting and sharing positive feedback, quickly managing negative feedback. So same scenario, that septic company, I was so excited and I was so well taken care of. I want to shout that from the rooftop. So I want to put a review online and I want to tell all my friends about it. But I think almost more importantly is managing negative feedback. Even the best companies are going to get a negative review now and then. It is just normal. There's lots of trolls. You're never going to please everybody. It's more important how you handle that. So I have seen many a time where people put a negative review and the companies that reach out and immediately respond to that review and say, I am very sorry that you didn't have a good experience. I'm going to reach out to you so that we can help rectify this. That goes such a long way because that tells other people reading those reviews that, hey, maybe it wasn't the person who's complaining. This company seems quick to react to help rectify the situation. So managing negative reviews when you do get them. We want to share your stories on social media and your websites. I think it's important to really share as much as you're willing to about you. You're wanting to build people relationships. People do business with people, not with businesses. So, not that you have to tell people your deep, dark secrets. I'm not saying that at all, but you do want to share your story. If you're in healthcare, why are you in it? What's your passion? Why are you doing what you do? Talk a little bit about that. Make a personal connection with people. The next is delight customers by exceeding expectations. This is such a no-brainer. I promise over-deliver. You want to always over-deliver and exceed people's expectations. And then finally, follow up. Show them that you value their business. It's not so supposed to be like, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. It's really about coming in and then nurturing that relationship so that in the future, they will think about you when they're looking for your types of services again. That was reputation. Let's move on up the scale here. We're going to talk about reselling. And again, driving repeat business from your existing customer base. So repeat customers are more valuable. They are worth 10 times more than an initial purchase. They spend more per transaction and they refer 50% more people. Again, going back to that septic review, I was so pleased that when you're happy with someone, you want to shout it from the rooftops. I want to tell everybody. I love giving good reviews. I love referring people to businesses, especially small businesses that I've done business with that have been exceptional in their customer service. I value customer service. So that's what, will get me to refer people. Repeat customers are more affordable to sell to. It costs 5 times more to acquire a brand new client than it does to get a previous customer to make another purchase. So it is important to know that 80% of your profits come from 20% of your customers. Yeah, that's right. So that 20% of your customers are going to keep buying from you. And it's that repeat business that really drives and grows your revenue. They're more profitable. Repeat customers are just more profitable. And again, that's going to drive the profit of your business. So how do we want to drive more resale revenue? This is really important. We call these nurture campaigns. It's all about reminding, reactivating, and reselling to those existing customers so that we're going to drive more sales and profitability. Automation is key to this. You want to continuously be delivering a consistent marketing message. You want to be top of mind. So, we all sign up for different things and get emails. Those email campaigns are really just there to keep you interested, keep their businesses top of mind. Maybe you do not want to buy now. Maybe you don't need what they have now, but maybe in 3 months, 6 months, you're like, I know that I had something. They're going to go back, look for that email, and they're going to remember you and they're going to reach out to you. You can make special offers that bring customers back. So you can have holiday offers are wonderful. Any holiday, pick a holiday. You can make an offer around that holiday. And then we want to automate reminders for appointments, service deadlines, birthdays, anniversaries, etc. Again, automation is key. We want to take the heavy lift off you. Like if you're just sitting there manually looking at a list of, 200 customers trying to remember everybody's birthday or when they're due for their next service or checkup. It's impossible. So we want to like set up systems that are already in place to help you drive that. All right, we're moving up the ladder next to reach. So after we've nurtured our current customers, we need to attract new clients, and we need to target that ideal client avatar for you. To get consistent growth, we must expand our reach with our target audience. If you're not sure what your target audience is, we need to figure that out. As the saying goes, if you're speaking to everybody, you're speaking to nobody. You'll hear a lot of people talk a lot about specialization and niching, and it is one of the things that I tell my own customers. You really need to know who is your customer, because you need to know them better than they know themselves in order to reach out, and they need to hear a certain message. And if they're not hearing, if you think you know what they want, but it's not actually what they want, you're not going to bring them into your business. So I love Gary Vee, and his famous thing is attention is your number one asset. Gary Vee is all about content, all about putting yourself out there and getting attention. And how do we do that? So we got to get you out of obscurity, number one. So to do that, you got to consistently work to make sure that people know who you are and what you have to offer. And how you do that, there's many ways. I always tell people there's no one right way to marketing, but there are some tried and true methods of marketing that can get your name out there so that people can discover who you are. So when you're discoverable, we want to get you in that first position. What does that mean? So like when you're Googling something online, you want to be on page one. You want to be at the top of the page, because people just assume that those are the best and they're the easiest, and people are lazy and never move to the next page. We want, again, to be top of mind when someone's thinking about buying a service that you're selling. You're going to build a brand relationship. You want to tell your story, and you want to establish your products as the obvious choice. We want scalable and predictable growth. So again, we need to fill that pipeline with a growing number of qualified prospects to gain predictability and sales growth. And I do want to underscore qualified prospects. Again, this is why your marketing message is so important, that you are speaking to the right people, and you're not attracting people who really are not ever going to buy your service or product and are not the right fit. So the more you can dial in your marketing message and speak directly to those people, you're going to attract naturally the right people. So how do we reach more prospects? This is the formula, and there's three areas here, and as you can see, they kind of overlap. So number one, as Gary Vee says, expand your content. So what is content? It's getting out there. It's speaking. It's you can be writing blogs, you can be doing podcasts, you can be doing videos, you can do reels, you can do lots of ways to get your content out there so that people can discover you. And what you're essentially doing is you're showing them your expertise. You're showing them that you know your field and you have something to offer them. They need to learn to, again, that know, like, and trust component. And you do that through content. I'm doing that with you right now through this webinar. This is content. This is me showing you that I understand marketing, and I'm trying to provide you something valuable that you can take away from this that you can use and put into your own business. Next is expanding your channels. So when we talk about channels, there's many out there, right? So Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, these are all channels. Now, when we say expanding your channels, the number one rule I would say, though, is you need to first master 1 to 2 channels. You do not want to try to be on every channel, because you're going to spread yourself too thin. Every channel you need to approach differently, and your content needs to look different. So you really want to focus in, number one, finding where your clients are going to be at. Like if you're serving, 18 to 24-year-olds, your audiences are more likely going to be on TikTok. If you're servicing baby boomers, they are probably going to be more on Facebook. So you have to just know where to find your audiences, and then you need to pick that channel. And again, I'm a big believer in mastering one channel before you expand into others. Otherwise, you just spread yourself way too thin. But as you grow and you want to reach more people, it is beneficial to reach out to other channels. But again, if you're servicing baby boomers, they're probably not on TikTok, so it's a waste of your time to even be on that platform. And then finally, expanding your audiences. Knowing who your audience are, and then how to reach out, not just to them, but figuring out what other audiences may be interested in your product. Okay, so there's 6 steps to building an effective reach campaign. So again, reach campaigns are campaigns that we're doing and we're reaching out to clients to get them to interact with us. So first, we need to ensure that these campaigns are complete and have accurate information. Number 2, you would need to promote that information to all the major search engines and directories. So when I say accurate information, believe it or not, I'm just talking about simple business information. The name of your business. What does your business do? What are your office hours? What's your phone number? What's your email address? What's your website link? You would be amazed at how many times I go to people's sites, can't find how to call them. Nothing drives me more crazy than when I cannot find a phone number so that I can call and talk to a person. We really just want to make sure that that basic information is correct. Also, if you have links, make sure they're not broken. I go on sites all the time on Facebook. It drives me crazy. And I'm like checking people out and their links are broken, whether that be social links or website links. You want to make sure all that stuff is accurate and that people can find it and get there quickly. Otherwise, again, if they click your link, it's broken, they're going to assume, oh, they're probably not in business. And they're going to click right off you. We're going to talk again. I can't stress enough that fast, mobilized, optimized website. We want to create attraction content and offers, again, in bringing people in through your content and special offers, something that you know that your clients would desire, and getting them to bite. Like we're kind of fishing. Like sometimes you got to play with these things a little bit too to see like what works and do a little trial and error to figure out what is attracting the people that you want to be attracting. You do want to advertise where your prospects are. And then finally, you want to build retargeting audiences. All right, we're at the tip of the pyramid here, retargeting. So now we have reached clients, we want to stay in front of them, and then we want to drive them to take an action. What is retargeting? So we're serving ads to people who have previously visited your website or engaged with your content. So number 1, we start off with someone's going to come visit your website. Now, maybe they've checked you out, they're not ready to buy. They leave without taking any action at that point. That's fine. But what we want to do is make sure they come back. So later they might visit other websites, but as they're still seeking whatever it is you're offering, your ad appears and it starts to recapture their interest. And then they go back and return to your website and click on it. Again, it's remaining that top of mind. Simple ads are very, very effective in doing this. Content creation and putting lots of content out there is also another way to do this as well. Why do we want to keep using retargeting? So 95% of people do not purchase on their first visit to your site. I would venture to say it's higher than 95% in my experience. It's not about hooking them on that first time, but it is about generating enough interest that they might come back to you again. So retargeting is what's going to get them back. Retargeting can generate 726% lift in your site visitation after 4 weeks of a retargeting exposure. You want to be visible. So retargeting is going to keep you in front of a very specific audience to build that brand and drive a conversion. And when we talk about conversions, we're just talking about from the point someone discovers you to the end result of them buying your product. High conversions. Retargeting ads are the highest converting ad campaigns that you'll run. And then you want a high ROI. ROI is a return on your investment. So retargeting can drive sales at a lower cost than any other form of advertising. So how can you use these retargeting services at your business? You can, again, go back to how do we attract people? Special offers, sometimes a special offer. And that could be the thing that pushes a prospect into taking that action and making a purchase. You can upsell similar products using retargeting to introduce additional complementary offers to your existing customers. Again, once you have a customer, they know you, they like you, you've built some trust with them. Now they might be seeking other things. How else can you help me? What else is there? So start showing them some of your upsells. Scheduling reminders. Retargeting, you want to set intervals and remind customers that it's time to come back. So in healthcare, maybe you want them to come to a follow-up. Maybe you're a Medi-Spa and someone has had some Botox and you want to get back to them in 3 months and tell them, hey, it's time to get a little touch-up. Other ways to reach out to remind people of who you are and the services you provide, birthdays, anniversaries. I say any holiday is really a good time to try to retarget people. It's just a natural, we have a holiday about just once a month here, a major holiday, and you can create entire campaigns just around those to give you an excuse essentially to be reaching out to people and reminding them of who you are. So as we said, that is the 4R framework. These are the 4 systems that you need to build up and optimize your growth. So I guess my question to you is, are you ready to grow? And I think it'd be silly for anybody on here who's on here to say no. But what I'm really excited to present to everybody today is that I've been in business and a business coach for a long time, and I have seen so many businesses struggle with trying to figure out the marketing piece. Again, they know how to do the services. They know how to be healthcare providers. They're experts at that. It's the business side. It's getting these systems up and running that have been the biggest barrier for many. And in fact, a lot of businesses never get off the ground because they can't figure this part out. So I've really spent the last year trying to develop a solution for this so that, you don't have to spend time on the marketing and learning all these things. I've done all that hard work for you. I have spent a lot of money and a lot of time and had a lot of trial and error, lots of error, to develop a done-for-you system that's going to help you grow your business and activate and optimize these 4 marketing systems that are really critical in creating the growth. Again, I am very much a believer in you need to walk before you run. We need to get your business built on a strong foundation before you're doing anything fancy and spending thousands of dollars on, crazy social media campaigns or, thousands of dollars on ads. You need the basics set up. And each of those 4 tiers that we talked about, just by optimizing one alone, can increase your marketing and your sales 25%. And then when you put them all together, it's just a compound effect. So the more you add. So unlike traditional marketing agencies, we are not here to get you stuck in where you need to keep relying on someone and paying them money to keep going. And if you turn off that faucet, then the leads stop. We're really here to teach you and harness the power of not only technology, but the automation process. And we also believe in providing you a tool and service at a fraction of the cost. So I would just like to let you know a little bit of the services that we offer. The system that we have put together is called the Simply Scale system. And it's kind of my baby. I am so proud to offer these services so that you don't have to do it. First of all, we do offer that website design and development. You do only get that one chance to make a first impression. We want to build a beautiful designed but functional website. We want to optimize it for that mobile and the speed and SEO so that your business can get put out there and you can convey your brand, your services, your products, and get what we call a call to action. What is that step? Telling people, helping drive them to take that next step with you, whether that's to set a call or click a button to purchase. We want to help you with your reputation management. Again, it's all about those reviews, positive word of mouth, handling the negative reviews and taking care of that and repairing any kind of damage that could already be there. We want to safeguard you against negative reviews. And when it comes to managing and protecting your customers' reputations, we really just, we're second to none. We want your reputation to, again, that proactiveness, keeping it clean. Email marketing, if you are not email marketing, every business should be. Every business, there is a lost opportunity when you do not collect someone's email. This is how you're going to keep in front of people. And some people you will hear say email's dead. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Email is one of the number one ways everybody interacts. Email marketing is still a highly effective marketing tool in your toolkit, and one that is so underutilized. I would also say, in addition to email marketing, we would work with text marketing. So we call it SMS, text marketing. So text messages are very great ways to also effectively put your campaigns out there, build relationships with your customers, and then drive them to take action and work with you. So what we have created is different email campaigns specific for the healthcare entrepreneur to help drive people through a journey that they're going to take with you to get to know, like, and trust you. Again, I keep using that, know, like, and trust. You've got to build that. People, there's a lot of mistrust and scams out there. You have to show people that you are who you say you are, and one way to do that is to build that through an email marketing campaign. We want to do retargeting, again, figuring out people, if they're visiting your site or your socials, we want to make sure that we're retargeting them and getting them to come back and keep checking you out. We want you to feel omnipresent in your marketing at a very low cost. So this is, again, just reminding those prospects that you are there and to come back and buy. Social media management. So again, we want to make sure that you don't leave your social profiles. You don't want them to get stale. You got to keep pumping out the content. There are many ways to do this and optimize it so that it doesn't have to feel like a heavy burden. For many people, social media management is like overwhelming. It doesn't have to be. We've put tools in place where once the content is created, it's simply scheduling the post and getting them in an automated process so that maybe once a month you have to do it, and then it's one and done. Again, it's consistently that content getting out, reminding people that you're there. And then coming soon, I'm going to be offering a paid advertising service where we can help you build your revenue and just drive your business with a pay-per-click strategy for your business. This is a really cool tool. I'm super excited to get out there. So this will be coming soon. These campaigns are highly effective in driving people to your website, to your doorstep, to your socials, if you're doing groups and things like that. So and it doesn't have to cost a lot of money. There's a misperception that you have to spend hundreds or thousands of dollars on advertising campaigns. I can tell you I spent, about $5 to $10 a day, and I got a real steady stream of new prospects into my pipeline every single day, like 10 people a day. And again, for $5 to $10 a day. So it doesn't have to be expensive. So overall, we're really here to customize and install this system for you. Number one, before anything, is we want to do a complete audit. We want to make sure we can understand your business, what are the gaps in your marketing systems, and then we want to map out and implement a plan. The next step is, once we figured out like what you need for your business, we call it surging. We want to level up your critical marketing systems. And then we want to implement that Simply Scale system. So these are the proprietary tools and campaigns and services that I've created to grow your business. And then finally, then we want to, put the pedal to the metal. We want to accelerate it. Once we get the foundation built and the system's all running, the next step is to find those additional services like paid ads and things like that that can really accelerate and maximize your growth. So if this sounds like something that could really be helpful to you and your business, I'd love to talk to you. Through our discussion, again, I'm really interested in learning about where are your barriers, what are some of the struggles you're having with your business, and optimizing that for you. Every business is different. There are these foundational things that every business needs, but let's see where the gaps are in your business and see if this is something that could potentially help you. Again, the best way, I would love to just jump on a call with you. We offer a free 15-minute discovery call, get to know you, get to know your business, and we can together decide if you would like to learn more about these systems and if they can help with your business and get you guys going where you want to go. So the best way, you can contact me. Hey, I love a phone call. I know people nowadays don't pick up the phone, but please feel free to directly call me at 763-363-5878. If I do not get directly a hold of you, I will get right back to you. And then, of course, you can directly email me at shar@sharmariecoaching.com. Or if you are ready to schedule, there is a link here. It's called the simplyscalesystem.com/calendar, and you can schedule that 15-minute visit with me. I would love to chat with you and learn more about you and your business. I hope that you all enjoyed today's presentation, and I hope you got some value out of it. I hope you can go back to your businesses today and just start implementing some of these systems immediately and see what happens. So, but if you'd like any help with that, I'd love to chat. This is going to be posted in Facebook group. Feel free to comment below if you'd like us to contact you. And also we will be posting this on YouTube. Again, if you're watching this on YouTube, I would just love it if you would like and subscribe to our channel so that you can continue to learn more about how to grow and market your business. So I just want to thank everybody for their time. These are a lot of fun for me, and we will talk again real soon. All right, everyone, have a great day.